Assalamu alaikum, my dear learners and viewers. I hope obviously you are very well by the mercy of Almighty Allah. Alhamdulillah, I am also very well. Now, we are here for the pandemic COVID-19, and you know, this type of arrangement have been taken by the Minister of Education and supervised by the Honorable Head Teacher of our institution. Now, dear learners, I again welcome you to my class, and without any delay, I am requesting you to take the preparation and take all the necessaries to carry on the class. Okay, in our previous class, we discussed about degree and the structure of positive degree. Now, the identity of mine. I am Muhammad Sultan Kabir, Assistant Teacher English in the Government High School, and our discussion subject is here, English second paper, topic transformation of sentence. Nice. Now, the learning outcome of the day. By the end of the lesson, learners will be able to tell the definition of comparative degree and identify comparative sentence, and last one, make sentence following the structure of comparative degree. Now, dear learners, look at a comparative degree here. So, look the sentence. Talib is taller than Zisan. Talib is taller than Zisan. So, in this sentence, taller. Look at the adjective taller. Tall, taller. Tall in Bengali, lamba, taller, aro lamba. We know the definition of degree, the comparison of adjective. Yeah, that means in this sentence, Talib is compared with Zisan. That means Talib is taller than Zisan. So this is the comparative degree. Here, now look at the general structure of comparative degree. Here, subject plus verb plus comparative. That means year or more or less form of adjective. That is comparative form of adjective. That means when you are going to form an adjective to comparative form, you must add year at the end of the adjective or more or less at the beginning of the adjective. Then plus noun or pronoun plus extension. This is the general structure of comparative degree. Nice. Here look, the comparative degree is used to compare two or more things or persons. So, there is an instruction for you. When or why we use comparative degree? We will use comparative degree to compare two or more things or persons. It simply describes the higher or lower quality. Okay? Now, there is another note for you. Comparative degree is formed adding year with an adjective or more or less before an adjective when it is pronounced at least 3 times per. That means if you have any idea of syllable, if the adjective is formed is monosyllable, then you will add year at the end of the adjective. If the adjective is formed with di, tri or polysyllable, then you will add more or less before the adjective. Fine. So I think you have an idea about comparative degree and the general structure of comparative degree. Now, there are some adjectives. So there are some examples for you. How can we change an adjective to comparative form? Look, there are some examples here, such as small, smaller, deep, deeper, heavy, heavier, short. Look here, heavy at the end of the word y. This is consonant. If the last letter of an adjective is y and y followed by an adjective, and consonant. So if any adjective have y at the last or at the end of the word, and if y follow any consonant, then y will be changed into I, and finally we will add ear with the word. That is why heavy, heavier. Here y is omitted by I. Okay. Now short, shorter, intelligent. This, look at the adjective intelligent. Here intelligent, there are at least 3 syllables. That's why we will add more before the adjective intelligent. Interesting, same, more interesting. The note for it. If the adjective ends with E, you have to add only R. Okay? If the adjective ends with Y, with a consonant before it, Y will be turned into I, then you have to write I here. The adjective that ends with full, for example, doesn't take ear while changing into comparative more or less, is then used before the word. That means when the adjective is formed with die, try or polysyllable, then you will add more or less before the adjective. And if the adjective is formed only one, that means monosyllable, then you will add ear. But you have an instruction for you. If the adjective ends with Y and the Y is followed by a consonant, then Y will be turned into I, and then you will add ER. Okay, nice. Look, more structure, sentence structure of comparative degree. Dear learners and viewers, our main task is to change or transform a positive degree to comparative or positive degree to superlative. That means changing. So for this function, it must follow the structure of comparative degree, positive degree or superlative degree. That's why our today's lesson is to identify or to know about the structure of comparative degree. So now look at the sentence structure of comparative degree. The first one is here. Okay, noun or pronoun. That means you can say noun phrase, then verb plus not within bracket. That means the sentence may be affirmative or negative, and then adjective. The adjective must be in a comparative form. Then, and after then, noun or pronoun. You look here. So the first characteristics of the comparative degree, then plus noun or pronoun. Okay, and adjective, if the adjective is die, try or polysyllable, then you will add more before the adjective, and if the adjective is monosyllable, then you will add ear at the end of the adjective. Okay, fine. Now look at the example here. What is the picture or image shows us? The boy is no taller than the girl. Am I clear? Here, there is a boy and a girl, and the boy is short and the girl is tall. That means the boy is not taller than the girl. That is negative sentence. That's why the boy noun and verb is and then not, and then the comparative form of adjective taller, and then the noun or pronoun the girl. Okay. There is another example for you. Okay, look at the tiger and the lion. What can you see at the images here? Both are ferocious, you know. Okay, now a tiger is more ferocious than a lion in this picture, in these images here. So a tiger is more ferocious. Look at the structure of the sentence. A tiger, this is noun, verb, each more ferocious. Ferocious, this is an adjective. And these adjectives formed with more than 2 syllables. That's why we have added here more before the adjective, and for adjective then plus a lion. This is a affirmative sentence. This is an affirmative sentence. Okay, I'm clear. So that's why the structure, first structure of the comparative degree is noun or pronoun plus verb plus not, maybe or not. If the sentence is negative, you can use it here not, and if the sentence is affirmative, then you can not use not. Okay, then adjective the comparative form plus noun. Okay, I think you have an idea about the first structure. You need it to change when you are told to change the comparative degree into positive one. Then you will look at the form of the sentence. Then present noun or pronoun. Okay, I'm clear. Okay, now make a comparative sentence with attractive with the picture above. Okay, now the learners here, there are two images. This is the first image and the second image is here. The first side and the second side. Okay, now using these two sides and the adjective is attractive. So now I think if you follow the first structure, you will be able to make a comparative sentence by using attractive and the two images here. Okay, try. Okay, dear learners, now this is the sentence. Okay, the first side is more attractive than the second side. Okay, the first this is the noun and verb is each and attractive. Look, the form of adjective. This is more than two syllables here. That's why we use more before the adjective. Okay, somehow you can use here this side is not more attractive. The first side is not more attractive than the second side. Okay, that will be right also. Now, thank you. So, my dear learners, now there are more structure of comparative degree. Look at the structure, second structure here. Noun or pronoun plus verb plus adjective, the comparative form of adjective, and then plus any other plus noun within bracket s. That means noun must be singular and then extension if h. Am I clear here? Look, the beginning of the comparative degree is noun or pronoun, then the verb is common structure, and the adjective must be in comparative form. You have already known. Now, how can you make an adjective to comparative one? Then please look at the structure. Then plus any other than noun. This is the different characteristics of a comparative degree. Here then plus any other and noun must be singular. So you should remember the structure of comparative degree here. After then, is there any noun or pronoun, or after then is there any other or noun singular? Okay, and as usually more or here you know. Okay, fine. Now look at the example of this structure. This is golden bar. Gold. Okay, my gold is more precious than any other metal. Okay. So gold, this is noun, is per more precious. Precious, as this is more or than one syllable here. That's why you use more before the precious than any other. Look at this. Any other and metal. This is noun and this is singular. So this is the second structure. Now, the learners, I think if you understand the structure of the second rules of comparative degree, then you will be able to make a sentence using the adjective useful. Okay, the clue for you. You have this is image of a cow. And there are another animals. So how can we make a sentence using all these clues are shown here? Good learners, this is the cow is more useful than any other animal. Okay, so the cow, the noun or pronoun, the subject is far more useful than any other animal. Okay, thank you. Now there another structure of comparative degree, the third structure. Okay, what is the structure? Noun, pronoun plus verb plus adjective, comparative form plus then most of the noun, this plural. Okay, all are the same but somehow different in their characteristics. then most other. Okay, in our previous structure there, then plus any other, and the noun is singular. Here, then plus most other, and then the noun is plural. This is the difference of all the structure. First structure was then plus noun or pronoun, and second structure was then plus any other plus noun singular, and the third structure here is then plus most other plus noun plural. Okay, and the same way we can add here more or here after or before the adjective to form comparative form of the adjective. Okay, fine. Now look at the example here. This is Bangladesh. Fine. Okay, Bangladesh is smaller than most other countries in the world. Bangladesh is smaller than most other countries in the world. So then most other. Okay, and countries. This is plural. Huh? What is that extension? Okay, dear learners, we have already discussed three structure of comparative degree. So any sentences can be made by following all the three structures of comparative degree. And if you know all the structure and you are told to change the comparative degree into positive or superlative, then finding out the special characteristics of the comparative degree, you will change, or you can change the comparative degree to positive or superlative in an easy way. You know, make a comparative degree, make a sentence following the structure. Delicious. The meaning of delicious in Bengali, sushad. Okay, the image is very familiar, very well known to us. This is a mango. Okay, and the taste of mango is very delicious. We like this food, and this food is called the king of fruits in our country. And there are another foods here. So how can we make a sentence using the structure, third structure, that means noun, pronoun, verb plus adjective, comparative form plus then plus most other plus noun plural. Okay, now mango is more delicious than most other fruits. Clear? So if we follow the structure and if we have an idea to form an adjective to comparative form, then it will be easy for us to make any sentences. Okay, fine. Now, dear learners, at a glance we can see the structures of comparative degree and their differences, their special characteristics. Okay, now first one is noun, pronoun, verb plus adjective to comparative form plus then all other plus noun plural. Okay, there is another structure here. So then all other maybe sometimes. So this is the special structure of comparative degree. So then plus noun pronoun, then any other plus noun singular, then most other plus noun plural, and here then all other plus noun plural. Fine. As usually more or less. Yeah. Okay. Now the structure. This is kakku. Okay. So singing bird of our country, and sometimes we may call it the seasonal bird. Okay. The kakku looks more beautiful than all other birds in Bangladesh. But there are so many birds in Bangladesh, and that's why Bangladesh is called birds of Bangladesh. Okay, so the kakku looks more beautiful than all other birds in Bangladesh. So here the structure is then all other plus noun plurals. Okay, so now you are enjoying the creeping sound of words here. So these are the components of it. Now, dear learners, all the structure of comparative at a glance. Now, the first one is here noun, pronoun, verb plus not maybe or not adjective comparative form then and noun plus pronoun. For example, here he is stronger than I. And second one, noun, pronoun plus verb, adjective, comparative form plus than any other plus noun singular and extension. And this is the another characteristics of comparative degree. And the structure, example of this structure is Dhaka is older than any other city in Bangladesh. Fine. The third one, noun, pronoun, verb plus adjective plus comparative form, adjective of fine, and then plus most other plus noun plural plus extension. So all the marking of yellow border, all these are the special characteristics of comparative sentence. Ivan is more useful than most other animals. Okay, and the last one, noun, pronoun plus verb plus adjective, comparative form plus then all other noun plural extension. The example here, Jamal is better than all other boys in the class. Sorry. So dear learners, all the four structures have the same subject, that means the noun or pronoun, and then verb, and then the comparative form of adjective. But after comparative form, then you will find, then then is followed by noun or pronoun. Sorry, then after then noun or pronoun, after then any other plus singular noun, after then most other plus plural noun, after then all other plus plural noun. All these are the special characteristics of comparative degree. If you find out, if you diagnose all these things in a comparative sentence, then when you are taught to change the comparative degree to positive or superlative, then you will do it easily by following the rules. Okay, all these are the structure here, the learners. Now, this is the time for your homework. So you should remember all the four structure, and by following all the four structure, you will make different types of sentences by using the adjective given here. Now, quick copy all the adjective in your exercise book. First one is helpful, then wise, then good, clever, fast. So all the five adjectives are here, and if you follow the four structure of comparative degree, you will make a meaningful sentence by using the adjective. It is my request to you to do all the words sitting at home, and if you practice this, I think it will help you to increase your knowledge. Okay, dear learners, I think you have enough time to go on with your study, and usually we are in panic, so we should be careful about the rules of hygiene, and we should stay at home, stay safe, and we should stick with our study, and we should utilize our time properly and say your prayer in times. Pray for all. Until then, my dear student, thank you all. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.